Okay, so what I'm going to be doing on the lovely Sarah is showing a little bit more of a fall-winter '09 look, and one of the trends that I love the most this season is the new romantics trend. It's a little bit more sort of, it almost looks like a spring-summer look, but it's using a lot of sort of golds and peach and apricot, which is traditionally you see more in the spring-summer, but we did see a lot of it for the fall-winter at many different fashion shows. So it's a really easy look, I think, for the Singapore girl because it's pretty, it's soft, and it's just glowing, and it works well with the humidity. What I'm doing is I'm starting with a really light sort of shadow. This one's called rice paper.
Okay.
And use it, when you're putting it on a brush, don't use both sides because it might fall.
Yeah.
So just use one side.
And tap it. Right?
And then tap it a little bit until you chin up a little. Perfect. And I'm going to use this just under her eyebrow as a highlighter. And what this does, whenever you lighten something, it stands out. Whenever you darken something, it recedes. So this will, just a little bit under the brow. And I always tell women at home, when you're doing your makeup, do it with your eyes open. Unless you sleep for a living, and if you do, I want your job. You wear your makeup with your eyes open because, exactly, just tilt your chin back a little bit and start right under your eye, and it's really easy to do. So the color that I'm going to use actually on her eyes is a really beautiful gold wash. It's sort of a stain, and it's called All That Glitters. And the same brush, one side, and just look down, but don't close, right there, perfect. I'm gonna brush this gold right along her lid. And the trick here is to sort of bring it up under the bone. Okay, because the whole idea here is I want washes of color. I want it to look like just a little burst of color as opposed to having a whole ton of color on. And I think this is a really easy look for the everyday woman.
Yes.
Okay, so what you're doing now is, again, right on the lid, and again this color is called All That Glitters. And I'm just using it right in the
with the other color.
Exactly, but you don't want a hard line, so the trick is to actually take a softer brush, like a fluffy brush, and use a little bit of the same color. Again, tapping off the excess, and just really lightly blending it so that you don't have any hard lines. And you go back and forth like a windshield wiper on a car, okay? Like you go back and forth because it helps to blend the color as opposed to putting a lot of color on. So this just blends right away. And then it looks like it's just sort of blended up nicely. There's a little burst of color. It's not too heavy. It's a little softer. And the real look here is to actually bring a little bit underneath the eye as well. So get a little bit on the brush and look straight up in the air with your eyes at the ceiling. Great. And just take this right underneath the eyes. And this will put a little bit of color on the eye. And it just makes the eye have a little bit of burst of light. So this is for the girl who doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup.
That's quite her.
Is that you, Sarah?
Quite.
White. Good. So this doesn't sting. No. And just a little right under the eye. And sometimes I'll take a little bit of the first color, rice paper, and just add a little bit to the inner eye as a nice little glow. And what that does is it just makes a little, adds light to the eye, makes the eye look bigger.
Alternative to the white. The white touches sometimes underneath the
exactly,
eye
which can look a little bit
eye.
intense, you know, so this is just a little bit softer. And it's the reason why I do that is because it just adds a little burst of light to the eye without being too heavy. And then it's like you have definition without being
too much.
Exactly. Do you curl your eyelashes?
No.
Did he no?
Yeah, but he did.
Oh, he did, good, perfect. Okay, we're gonna do some mascara now. So the icing on the cake in this particular look is mascara. So because we've used no eyeliner, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my favorite mascaras, Dazzle Lash. Okay, so it's like intense, it's nice color, black. And right here, so the trick with mascara, if you're doing no eyeliner, is to work it at a diagonal towards the outer portion I go straight ahead in the middle of the eye, and then I push towards the bridge of the nose for the inner lashes, and it really goes with how the lashes grow, so that you have a little bit of definition, but it opens up the eye nicely.
And it seems that the one that you're using, you can just pile it on.
Sure, you can like really, if you want to actually add more mascara, the trick is to wait for the lashes to dry before you do your second coat. Because if you wait, if it's still wet, they can clump up and look a little too heavy. So for her cheeks, I'm just gonna put a little burst of color. I love this color called Peaches. And a lot of people get really nervous. Ooh, it's so orange, but it's so pretty on. Using a softer, like a fluffy brush. The trick with blush, smile, just like that.
Okay.
Smile, there you go. The reason why I have these smiles is because it makes the skin keep smiling. Don't be afraid. It keeps the skin a little tighter, and then the blush can go on where you really want it to go on. And just a little bit, it brings a little bit of a, sort of a little light to the face, a little color. And then I'll move down to the lips. I'm not a big fan of a lot of lip liner, but I like to bring a little bit of line to bring some definition to the mouth. So take your chin up a little for me. Thank you. The color I'm using is called Strip Down. It's a really neutral, sort of a beigey apricot color. And I'm gonna just use this in a little bit of gloss. But the trick is to take a lip brush, such as, let me see, let me find my, here we go. Like just a lip brush with nothing on it. And then blend the pencil right into the mouth. And you can see that takes away the edge and the line. So we don't see that line. And then finally, last but not least, signature color this season for the fall, if you're wearing sort of a more no makeup look, is anything that has like an apricot or peach color. One of my favorite fall colors that's not out yet, but by M.A.C is going to be called New Spirit.
Okay.
It's a beautiful peach, but for the meantime, I love Nectar. And it's a luster glass, and it's like what I call a throw and go. You know, you can just put it right on. And it's that perfect peach gloss with a little bit of a pink undertone. And this is a really great way.
It's a good everyday shade.
It's a good everyday shade. It works on most every skin tone. Nice.
Yes.
And then as a finishing touch, just a little, I'm gonna do one more coat of mascara because I want her eyelashes to really pop. Why not, right? You can handle it, Sarah. I love it. Just one more coat now that they're all nice and dry.
Okay.
And one more. I love this mascara. Mascara is like a girl's best friend.
Most difficult to remove though.
It can be, yeah, definitely. Very pretty. See, and it's just a really soft, natural fall look.